So everything you are observing in reality has the potential to be very good. In fact, everything in reality is very good. We do not always experience the very goodness of everything in reality, and that's what we're talking about today. My name is Hedley, and if you have found my channel, you are in the right place. If you'd like to know more about me, all my offerings, including one-to-one law of assumption coaching, my self-concept course, I Am the One, and my book, I Am Money, which will completely change and transform your relationship with money. You will find all of those details in the box below this video. And if I could ask you to do one very simple thing, if you are enjoying my videos and you are enjoying this channel, to please engage with it in some way. And please press that subscribe button now. That would be much appreciated. Thank you so much. Now, I know I'm looking a little bit more dressed up than I usually do. I have just been to an event and I was very lucky to have my hair and makeup done by the amazing Belle here in Byron Bay. So if you are in Byron Bay for some reason and you are looking for a hair and makeup artist, Belle makeup is definitely what you need to be checking out. Ava is amazing, and thank you to Ava. There is a phrase in the Bible that I wanted to go into today, and in particular go into the etymology of, because when you go into the etymology of this phrase has a different meaning. And so the phrase is from Genesis chapter 1:31, and it's from the King James Bible. I'm taking it from because there's different translations and the translations are important. And God saw everything that he made, and behold, it was very good. And the evening and the morning were the sixth day. As Neville teaches, the Bible is your higher self, your I amness, speaking directly to you, guiding you, and helping you navigate this reality. As individualized expressions of God in human forms, looking out at reality, not everything in reality is very good. That will tell you that you are not necessarily in first person, meaning you are not thinking and observing from I am, because I am is the first person infinite observer observing everything. And the default state of everything, of consciousness, is always positive. It is always good. However, in order to have the experience that we're having in third dimension, we needed contrast, which is the morning and evening, which is the sixth day. That is the sixth day of contrast. So contrast had to be created in order for us to have this physical experience of that which God made, which is reality. So contrast was formed, and in that contrast is the negative, is the darkness, is the other side of the goodness. And that is what so many of us will look out on reality and we will see. We will look at something in reality and say, well, that's terrible. That's horrible. How could that be happening? And yet here is God over here looking out over everything that he made and saying, behold, it was very good. What does that mean? Remember, it's you speaking to you. And there's a really important differentiation with the translation of this phrase, because in some of the translations, they use the word behold, which is important. And in other translations, they use the word indeed, it was very good. And these have completely different meanings. So we're going to use the original meaning, which is behold. I feel like I've just jumped into this. Anyway, we'll go with it. I'll just give you a little context, what inspired this video, because I recently hit the 10,000 mark on my subscribers, which is amazing, and I want to thank all of you very much for that. To me personally, 10,000 is an astounding amount of people. That is a lot of individual expressions of I am. The default state of that 10,000 is very good, as long as I am looking at it from the perspective, from the observer of God, which is the infinite I am, which is the first person, individualized through me. If I wasn't in that perspective and I was looking at it through another perspective, which is I was comparing it to somebody else's channel who has millions of subscribers, I could look at that and go, oh, that's not very good compared to what's over there. And that's where we get in trouble, and that's where we forget who we are, and that's where we fall out of I am, first person thinking, and we fall into third person thinking, which is the thinking at the level of reality, and we start comparing ourselves to other people, and we start to look at that, and then suddenly that which was very good is now very bad or not good enough. So everything in reality has the potential to be very good, or it has the potential to be very bad or not enough. And if you are in the thinking that something is not enough, You are not in I am. You are not thinking from the level of first person, which is always enough because it is the infinite I am. I am is infinite. It is everything. It is always enough. How could there be lack in that which is everything? So for me and this channel, I was actually running a full-time coaching business with less than 1,000 subscribers. I think it was a few hundred subscribers. And at the time when I started this channel, I was actually working in aged care. And I had a job in one of the aged care centers here because I was still trying to figure out, what was I doing? I had been writing for 10 years. I didn't want to do that again. And then before that, I was in corporate training. I didn't want to go back to that. So I was kind of at a point in my life where I was like, I don't know what I want to do. I love working with older people. I'm just going to go into aged care and do that for a while. So I did that for almost a year and I loved it. I loved the work. I mean, I was doing bathing, showering, feeding, changing, wiping bums, putting medications on. I was doing absolutely everything and I was running and I was being paid $21 an hour. I had other investments, so I wasn't living off that money. I just enjoyed the work. And while I did that work, I then started this channel. And I started this channel without any plan. I just thought, you know what? I've got something to say here. I think I have something to offer when it comes to the law of assumption and Neville's work. And I posted a video and very quickly I got coaching clients. And I had done my life coaching certificate back in 2005, I think it was, when life coaching was very uncool and not something that you actually admitted to. And so I pulled out my certificate and I thought, wow, this is kind of cool. So I was actually coaching and, having clients come in, and I was still working at the aged care center. So I was kind of doing half and half. And I said to myself that I'll know exactly the right time to leave the aged care center because I enjoyed the work. I wasn't in any rush to leave. And then there was a moment at work where I absolutely knew, okay, this is the moment when it's time for me to leave. So I left. And I have been doing this full time ever since. So that was February 22. By that stage, I think I had 1,000 subscribers. I'm not sure. I can't quite remember. But I know that I certainly didn't have the amount that I have today. Everything about this business, I love. So when it comes to the number of subscribers, it's not that it doesn't matter. Of course it matters because, as I say, every number represents an individualized expression of I am. But I'm not governed by it, and I'm also not driven by it. Any number that I have is always enough because it was enough a long time ago. And when something is enough, there's room for more, but you're not driven by more, you're not needing more. And when more comes, it's like, great, join in. Why not? But my self-concept or my self-worth or the feelings that I'm feeling within myself are absolutely, completely separate to that number. And I just wanted to express that because we do live in a world today where we are governed by more and bigger is better and having more is better. And I can absolutely say you do not need to have more in order to be satisfied and to be happy and to be living your best life. Whatever you have right now is enough. And if it's not enough, if it's genuinely not enough for something, such as you have a bill and you have less money in your account, meaning you do not have the money to pay for that bill, you know that that reality has been caused by a narrative of lack that has been running before that event in your reality happened. And that's what you need to address. You don't need to address the going out into reality and getting more, because that's just going to perpetuate the cycle of not having enough. As the Bible says, God looked upon everything that he saw, and behold, it was very good. Now, the word behold, let's have a look at the etymology of this. The word behold means give regard to, Old English. Give regard to, hold in view, keep hold of, belong to. Now, that all sounds like a very conscious choice. Let's have a look at the word was. Old English, first and second person singular, to remain. Further down here, being, existence, to be. Remain, abide, live, and dwell. Let's also look at very. True, real, genuine. So that which is made, behold, remain in the true and genuine goodness from which that thing came from. That thing that was made originated from goodness. It was very good. It remains in the genuine realness of that state from which it came. There is good in everything. Now, in everything, for us to have the experience, there has to be the contrast. So the negative, the bad, the terrible, the dark, also exists in that same experience, in that same thing, in that same object, in that same circumstance. It contains both the positive and the negative. Now, behold, it was very good means you have to hold on to and belong to the quality of goodness in that which you are observing in reality. You cannot do it if you are focused on reality, meaning you're comparing yourself to others, or you're looking out at reality and saying, oh, well, I don't have that, I don't have that. If you are thinking from the position of reality, you are going to be in lack. If you are thinking from the position of God, which is first person, I am, you are going to be in the enoughness. Remember, both exist in that thing that is made. The contrast is always there. But behold, it was very good. Behold, hold on, belong to the goodness from where it came. It came from consciousness. It came from God. Therefore, the goodness exists within it. But if you can't see it, you have to look for it. You have to find it. It's there. If you can only see the negative in a situation, it means your focus and attention is not in the state of I am. You're not thinking from I am. You're looking out at reality and you're in third person. You're probably using thoughts that begin with he, she, they, or it. And you want to look at that. Your language will tell you where your focus is. When you know that I am the infinite I am, and I'm the cause and commander of that which is made, I then get to choose how I'm seeing that which I'm observing. Behold, it was very good. Belong to the state of goodness in that thing that is made. You can only do it from the state of God, which is I am, and you are the expression of God in human form. You are I am. You are the container through which I am gets to observe this reality, that which is made. And of course, we are the ones that go, oh, that's not very good. Oh, that's very good. And yet here's God over there going, oh, that's good, that's good, that's good, that's good, that's good. Who do you think has the right idea? So I'm guessing God. Remember, if you are looking at something in reality and you are saying, well, that is very bad, then come back to I am. Remind yourself, I am the infinite I am. And God looked upon all that he was made and said it was very good. So I know the goodness has to be in there somewhere. So now I'm going to have to look for it. Behold the goodness. I am going to have to use my awareness to search and find the goodness in that thing. As long as you are training yourself to look for the goodness in something, you will find it more and more, and then it will become easier and easier to see, and then it will just become automatic, where you just look at something and it was very good. It was very good. Look at that. It was very good. And everything in reality was very good. Okay, for homework, you can look at your reality. Where are you looking at something and seeing it as bad or not good enough or less than in some way? Now take your attention back, bring it back to the infinite I am, and look for the goodness in that thing. Look for the goodness in that circumstance. Look for the goodness in that situation. Look for the goodness in it. And if you can't find it, keep looking, because it is always there. Because it originated from that goodness, so of course it's there. So keep looking, you will find it. I'll leave it there. Have a wonderful week, everyone, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.